We've all got it, that little bit of time to spare. But what if you could use that time to explore one of the last truly unknown frontiers right here on our planet? Well, today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to venture deep, deep underground into a world that's hidden right beneath our feet. So, just for a second, think about it. How do you use your free time? Maybe you're into relaxing or learning a new skill, or maybe, just maybe, you're looking for something a little more adventurous. Because for some people, that spare time isn't for kicking back. Nope, it's a call to adventure. It's their chance to push boundaries and explore places most of us have only ever seen in pictures. All right, let's get into it. We're descending into the darkness. We're talking about caving, that incredible sport of exploring the massive, quiet, and kind of mysterious worlds that are waiting for us right underground. Okay, first things first, what do we even call these explorers? Well, a caver is someone who heads into caves for the fun of it, for the challenge, for the pure sport. You can think of them as the adventurers of the underworld. But they're not the only ones down there. You've also got the speleologist. Now, this is the scientist, the researcher who's studying caves to unlock secrets about our planet's history, its geology, the whole shebang. So just imagine this for a second. While a caver is getting that adrenaline rush from squeezing through some super tight passage, a speleologist might be right there, carefully taking samples of the water dripping from the ceiling. They're in the same amazing place, but with two totally different goals. And, this is hardly ever something you do alone. Like 17-year-old caver Jessica Fagan says, caving is all about teamwork. It's about having to rely on other people in a place where trust isn't just nice to have. It's absolutely everything. But hold on, you can't just stroll into a cave wearing whatever. To explore these places safely, you need a very specific set of tools just to navigate the darkness. So the essentials. You've got your helmet, obviously. You need multiple light sources, because going blind in total darkness is a real possibility. Protective gear for all the crawling and scraping. And of course, ropes and a first aid kit. Yeah, this is definitely not your average Sunday hike. And believe me, every single piece of gear is vital. The helmet, it's non-negotiable, protecting you from falling rocks or even just bumping your head. The headramp is brilliant because it keeps your hands free for climbing. And the ropes, well, they're quite literally your lifeline in this vertical world. Okay, so we're all geared up. What's the journey actually like? Well, exploring a cave is this amazing mix of incredible beauty and some very, very real dangers. And let's be super clear about this. As veteran explorer Steven Alvarez warns, this is no walk in the park. If you don't have the right training, the right prep, and a real respect for the environment, caves can be incredibly dangerous places. Which brings us to the single most important rule in caving. You never, ever go alone. Your team is your safety net. They're the ones who are going to help you if you get stuck or hurt. It's all about looking out for each other, 100% of the time. But on the flip side of that danger is just unbelievable beauty. You'll see these incredible formations called stalactites and stalagmites. And hey, here's a really easy way to remember which is which. Stalactites hang on tight to the ceiling, while stalagmites grow up from the ground with all their might. These formations, which cavers sometimes call cave decorations, are made by nothing more than water dripping drop by patient drop over thousands and thousands of years. Explorer Steven Alvarez talks about finding the most amazing shapes, things that look like popcorn or even a nest of eggs. It's wild. And just to give you a little perspective on how big these cave systems can get, how about 580 kilometers? I mean, that is staggering. That's the length of the tunnel system in Mammoth Cave in the USA, the longest one we know of in the entire world. It's like a continent, but underground. And it's not just rocks down there. Caves are living ecosystems, home to creatures that have evolved for a life completely without light. Can you imagine that? Fish and spiders with no eyes, making their way through the world just by touch and sound. It's incredible. So you have to wonder, why do people do this? Why go through all the trouble? Well, beyond the thrill, it turns out caving teaches you some pretty profound lessons about yourself and about our responsibility to this planet. Just like Jessica Fagan says, the biggest challenge is often in your head, not your body. It's about having the confidence to wiggle through that tight space. It builds this kind of self-belief that you just can't find anywhere else. It shows you what you're really made of. But with this kind of access comes a huge responsibility. These places are so fragile. I mean, the oils from just one human hand can stop a formation from ever growing again. What nature took millennia to build, one careless person can ruin in a second. So that leads us to this kind of unofficial rule book. Let's call it the Caver's Code. You must always go with a team. You should carry backup lights. You absolutely can't touch the formations. And above everything else, you must be a guardian of these ancient worlds.
And really, it all boils down to this classic explorer's motto. It's the perfect way to think about it. You're just a visitor here, and the goal is to leave the cave exactly, and I mean exactly, as you found it.
And you know, that brings us right back to where we started. Back to you. Your big adventure doesn't have to be deep underground. It can be anywhere. So the real question is, with your time to spare, what unknown world are you going to go explore?